Greetings, fellow vision wielders. This is Ciscus, and today we're talking about Truststones, or as people like to call them, runes. Specifically, how to use the favorite equipment feature to manage your runes. If you hop into the Unit tab, the favorite equipment feature now saves the specific Truststones you put on that favorite TMR. You can easily paste these settings when putting that unit into a formation. It's a really useful feature and opens up a host of Truststone inventory management techniques that can speed up your use of this admittedly clunky but roster diversifying addition to our game. Using favorite equipment does have some quirks, and that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. This video is the first of 3 videos I've got planned about runes. I've covered the basics and how to build them, my step-by-step process of building a dream TMR in another video which should be on screen now if you click the card. Consider liking and subscribing and clicking the notification bell so that you get notified when the other videos drop this week. So, on to favorite equipment. How does it work? Post rune update. You can now set specific runes to favorites when setting the TMR slot on your units. You set the TMR and it'll ask you what runes you want to put with that setting, and that's going to be unit specific. In addition, no Truststone is a possible setting, and actually all favorite TMRs set before the update were retained, but with a no Truststone setting for all the slots. Now, given all of that, it's better that we hop into the game just to see what I'm talking about. Alright, here we are. Before we start off, I wanted to show you that my belts don't have any runes on them. And now let's hop into the unit tab and use the favorite equipment feature. So we're going with Venera. And when you click Trust and select the TMR you want on her favorites, you'll get asked 2 things: equip without Truststones. This just saves the setting as empty for all 6 slots. Whether or not there are actual Truststones on the equipment, it will save it as empty. So when you paste that in, Venera will not have any Truststones. In fact, if there are runes on the equipment, this will strip them the moment you paste these settings. So typically you'd want to click equip and pick 6 different Truststones. So you're going to want to load it up with runes, and when you go in, you're going to see that there's this purple E's, and these purple E's mean that they have been set to somebody else's favorite equipment. That doesn't mean you can't use them as well, but it's a bit of a warning that there might be a conflict. Now, we'll discuss, how to manage all of that in the next video I'm doing, but for now, just set runes you want for the TMR. So I'm just going to load it up with luck. Just do a luck set, and we'll do an attack set on the other side because it is Venera. And just for illustration purposes, we'll leave a few slots blank. So here we are. You can click Truststone Set, and that'll save it. So whenever you put Venera in a formation, those runes will be set on the bells, and at the same time, any empty slots will get removed. So if you notice, setting it there doesn't actually change the Truststone that are actually equipped. That was kind of just a placeholder. When you look at the equipment again, they're still not going to have anything. So how do you use that to actually quickly load the Truststones in? Let's say you wanted to put in Venera with those settings. We're going to have to swap out of her real quick. And then we'll swap back into Venera. So when you click equip, it's going to ask you this: Truststone settings for your Trustmaster equipment will be carried over to the same Trustmaster equipment being used in your other formations. Would you like to continue? This essentially means that the moment you paste this, if bells is in another formation, that's going to get affected. That's what this is trying to say. So we're going to click paste. And now, because you click that paste, the Truststone settings have been copied onto bells, and you can actually only have one setting active at any given time. So if you check it, Venera settings have actually been applied. Now, this is actually a good thing because it can help speed things up. For example, I have 2 different settings for my Mont and my Caesar. So I'm going to show you how you can quickly swap between those settings. So if I go to Caesar and paste it, now my bells have the appropriate runes for Caesar. There you go. It's an HP set and an attack set. But if I move over to Mont, I might want something else. I realize that my example is slightly wrong because you really wouldn't want the HP set on Caesar so much. But anyway, here we go. When we paste this and we check the equipment again, it's now a lock set and an AP set. So that's how that works. So just for illustration purposes, let's hop on over to Marielle and use that no Truststone set setting. If you by accident or if you haven't changed the settings for your favorites, this is what could happen. And this happened to me. I actually filed a complaint about it only to realize that I was complaining about nothing. This is really working as intended. So if you click set and then you click equip without Truststones and then equip, that's essentially going to save it as I like bells, but when I paste it, I don't want any runes on it. So if you put Marielle in a formation and you paste her settings, it's actually going to strip the runes from the equipment. See, empty again. So that's it. That's all I wanted to discuss in this video about using the favorite equipment option to manage your runes. There are quite a few ways to use this feature to manage all your Truststones, and I'll be going through that in the next video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because it really helps the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.